Hello friends, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to share with you guys a flip of my August pages in my Hobonichi HON. It's essentially a cousin, but it just has like this Liberty Fabrics cover on it. I think before I start flipping through it, let me show you guys how chunky it is. So it doesn't close anymore, like stay closed. It's so chunky, y'all. Yeah, I think next year I'm gonna need to get a 2-book system because I don't think I'm gonna like ease up on like how much stuff I put in here. I like having all of this ephemera. Okay, so if you are new here and you're not familiar with how I use my HON, it's basically like a memory keeper and a journal about my daily life. So it's like my life book. I essentially use this as a like daily journal scrapbook situation. I think that's the best way to describe it. This is where like I paste in like family memories and, you know, just kind of like write about like what happened in that day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first page, it hasn't changed at all. I just used like a lot of the vinyl stickers that I had in my stash and stuck them down in here. And I did the same with this. I don't think I added any new stickers. Usually like if I place an order with somebody or get like a new vinyl sticker, I'll just kind of stick it in here. Like Sophie gave me that one. But if my kids give me a sticker, then I'll just stick it right there. I do not use my year at a glance, but I did print this from the Coffee Monsters Co. like Facebook group and paste it in here. Just kind of make it pretty. And then this is like my monthly tracker, and this is where I track the specific workouts that I do, and then also like the steps, the number of steps I have in a day. So I wear a Fitbit, and that keeps track of my steps. I really like writing down how many steps I take in a day. So I usually do it like the following day. But yeah, so I keep track of when I do strength, treadmill, Stairmaster, walk outside, or yoga. I have not done yoga in a long time, not since last month. And I only did yoga like 3 times last month. And then walking outside, it's really hot. I live in Alabama and it's hot and humid, and no thank you until it cools off. So I won't be walking outside until it is a little bit cooler. If you know, you know, right? Humidity is terrible here, especially this time of the year. I use my monthly pages to basically like write what type of workouts I did that day. So like where like on that tracker page, it's like strength. This is where I'm writing like upper body, legs, glutes, you know, push pull day, whatever. And so basically what I do is I take a Tombow and I highlight the box. And then I write what I did, the duration, and then if it's something that is distance measured, I write that in as well. I use the sidebar column here just to kind of write in like my heavy lifts. So I've been focusing my heavy lifts on deadlifts, RDLs, whatever you want to call it. Slight difference in movement. And then leg presses. So my goal was to be at 290 on my deadlifts by the end of the month, and I hit that goal. And my goal was to hit 275 on leg presses by the end of the month. And I was at 270 because I stayed. Usually what I try to do is increase the weight 5 pounds each week. And that seems to have been working well for me. But I think these 2 weeks I stayed at 260. I likely had knee pain or something. And then at the end of the month, like I tally up my intentional movement days, and I had 16. So I'm staying on track with my 3 to 4 days per week goal. That's been since 2023. My goal has been to be in the gym 2 to 3 days per week. And then this year, while I am trying to lose a little bit of weight, my focus has been primarily on getting stronger. So as far as like my weeklies go, I kind of changed up how I'm doing my weeklies this summer. So whereas like before I was like, you know, doing this, like I think this is pretty much like the standard way a lot of people use their weeklies, is they just kind of either they're using these columns to like write what they have planned or what they've done. And that was all good and well, but then it started getting a little like monotonous and boring and all that. So I decided to kind of like do this more like as like a collage type thing of the week. So like memes I saved, you know, motivational things I saved, whatever. If there was like current events I wanted included, like I was super into the Olympics, you know, in July, beginning of August. And then any pictures I printed that maybe I didn't have the space in my journaling pages, to add can go here along with like cute stickers. And then I may write like some highlights of what I did. So, and I was really like, I love Simone Biles and how she has like openly talked about like, you know, seeking therapy and utilizing like those things that she learned in therapy, and really speaking positively on, you know, therapy in general, and making it a normalized practice. I just think what she has done, like to talk about and openly discuss mental health, has been wonderful. And it just, yeah. So if you don't know this about me, I am a social worker by trade, but I practice school-based therapy. So I provide like mental health services to kids, and I really love it. It's a wonderful job. It's just, you know, but I still think that there's like society that there's a lot of negative connotations about therapy. And so it's just awesome that like somebody like who is as like high profile and, you know, she's basically celebrity status, like who doesn't know who Simone Biles is like, she openly talks about it. And you saw her, like, if you watched her during the Olympics, like you watched her like doing positive affirmations, like taking deep breaths, probably doing like visualizations, things like that. So I thought it was really cool. And then like pictures, you know, like first day of school, poor Chewy, victim of Malias 0.5 the puppet. Oh, the puppet. Not even going to get into it. Also, August is busy. I feel like I need to point that out. August is busy, back to school, birthday month, all that. So, birthday month is my nephew is the 7th, my brother's is the 10th, Malay's is the 12th, and mine is the 14th. So, it's busy. So, yeah, and we always, like, decorate and do fun stuff. I got my Starbucks drink for my birthday, and then a margarita for my mom. Malias birthday invitation, I just kind of shrunk it down and pasted it in here. Thought it was so cute. And then Sophie pointing to that fan. That fan said big ass fan, and she thought that was hilarious. So I snapped a photo. That's that collage. This was like her first high school football game that she cheered at. And my parents. This was the last week in August. I think it's so funny. I bought Malaya this like shark blanket. But it's almost like a onesie. It's funny. She's gonna wear it to one of her dress up days at school. Thought that was a cute pic of Chewy and Storm spooning. So yeah, it was a good time. Okay, so let's get to my daily pages. So I guess I will preface this by saying that there are a couple of journal with me videos on my channel where I was like working from behind and trying to get caught up in my journal. I stayed behind pretty much the whole month, and my journal was having to like back journal a lot of days. I didn't start really like getting back into like my groove of journaling daily until like towards the end of August, like August 20th or something like that. So a lot of these are backdated stuff. But yeah, so I did a journal with me on that one and this one. And I think this one possibly, but yeah. Olympics. I love the Olympics. And then like Carlos Yulo from the Philippines winning 2 gold medals. Like insane. So cool. This was Sophie's open house. I did like a confetti theme. It's so cute. Her teacher is precious. Absolutely adore her. She's so sweet. She actually sat in on my Trauma 101 training, and we had a good chat before I met her at open house. This quote kind of stuck with me. But see, like this day, for example, I wrote, this Monday, our Olympics are still on. I've been trying to watch. I hate that I've gotten so far behind in my journal because I can't really remember what happened that day. You know, sure can't. This day I did write some stuff, but like I intended to write like what happened that day, and then I didn't, and then I forgot. So I tried to 2-column quite a bit of these where I was writing either like gratitude or small wins, and we'll talk about that as we get there. This was the first day of school. Y'all, precious. Malaya was sick of me with my signs because I try to make him carry signs now that I feel like I'm Canvas savvy. And then this picture here was from when both of my girls, when Sophie started pre-K and Malaya was in 4th grade. And I was like, oh, now was a rough year because they didn't finish that school year because of COVID. And then now it's like, it's Sophie's the same age as Malaya was in that picture, you know, because Malaya's first day of high school, and then Sophie, it was her for her last first day of elementary school. So I was very in my feelings that day. It was a busy day too. And then, yeah, this was another day that I got behind on. No shirt. Happy Friday. That's all I got. Yup. Some French fries and a burger. This was when my friend Chastity had her bridal shower. So my aunt and I went to that. And then Jesse and his friend and then my coworker's husband, they like moved some desks for us at our new office because we had to move again this school year. It's also my brother's birthday and I bought family Starbucks. This Sunday was funny. My father-in-law came by and he brought these party hats and he dropped off like birthday cards for me and Malaya. And Sophie was like wearing hers like a unicorn. And I took that picture of Malaya. I was like, it's your last picture as a 13-year-old. And Jesse and I stayed up late that night decorating the house. I always decorate my house for my girls' birthdays. I always go all out. Birthdays are a big deal around here. And I always tell them it's because I'm so glad you were born. I shared this journaling spread in one of those videos. I think it was part 2 where happy birthday, Malaya. I also, I think, talked about this one too in that journaling spread. So I'm not going to go too far into it if you want to watch it back. I think it's like part 1 and part 2. This was my birthday. It was a good time. I also did that. I did like a birthday spread in these. And so, yeah, I was taking a selfie on my birthday and I was all cute that day. I had curled my hair and did my makeup. And then, yeah, I hit 280 at the gym that day. My mom took us out to eat at a Mexican restaurant and I had a margarita. It was good. And then they put whipped cream all over me. It was a good time. This day was funny because I came home and there was like a rooster like chilling in my yard. And that was random. And I thought, like when I got out of the car, I thought he was going to chase me. And I was like, no, go home. So we used to have chickens. It was several years ago. We had like a predator like take out our flock. It was bad. But we had a rooster named Roscoe. And he was the stud. That's all I'm going to tell you. Well, he didn't like me. I don't know why. Most of the time animals love me. But he was like not feeling me. And so he would like chase me. And it was terrifying. Like he would let Jesse like hold him and pet him. But he did not like me. So... And that rooster kind of reminded me of Roscoe. So I was like, no friend. Yeah, this Friday was when Malaya tried out for softball. She just wanted to try out. So she did, and she was nervous. But it was, oh yeah, and this was the day that the dude at the gym mansplained to me about cardiovascular exercising. I'm rolling my eyes. It was an interesting conversation. I just was like in the zone and was going hard on it. And, you know, some days I hate the Stairmaster, but that particular day I was getting it and I did go pretty hard, but I could handle it. I know, I know my body. But after like I turned it off and was kind of like catching my breath and all that stuff, like he came over. I was nice to him, but I was like, thank you, sir. Have a great day, sir. But anyway, yes, he mansplained cardiovascular exercise to me. It's a good time. This was Malia's birthday party. She tried out for softball that morning. It was like 2-day tryout. And then her and her friends had her birthday party there. My husband, Sophie, and I were there too, but we kind of let them do their own thing. And we wore pink for her birthday. It was fun. And they were like playing. I was so tickled. They were like playing truth or dare. Like people are like mini golfing. Let me mind you. And they're just like chilling. They mini golf for a little bit, but they were like chilling, having a good time. And Malaya runs up to this group of guys. We live in a college town. So there was like, I don't know, they were probably college age. And she was dared to do this. And she was like, what year is it? And they were like, 2024. And she's like, oh my gosh, the time machine worked. And like ran off. And I was like, what? You silly girl. It was a good time. We had fun. This was a busy Sunday. It was my friend Jen's birthday. My brother came by. I gave him some stuff. I cleaned up so much damn laundry. Did I mention that I did so much damn laundry? Fell out from exhaustion after doing all that laundry. Y'all, I don't know what happened that week. I don't know, like, did I skip something? Like, what happened? But it was like the laundry didn't end. It was so much laundry. So I was over it. This day I did my first parent intake of the school year. Yeah, I always forget. Like sometimes if I haven't done one in a while, it feels like, wow, that was a lot emotionally. Talked about the gym. I had a pretty productive day that day. My DSM-4 training, or DSM-5 TR training. The presenter did not have good time management skills. So, yeah, I don't know. I was not impressed. This was the day Malia made the softball team. So her assistant principal called me and told me. So I know her assistant principal. I worked with him for like 3 years. When I first started in the school district, he was also an assistant principal at another school. We had a really good working relationship. He was a cool dude. And he called me and he was like letting me know like Malia had to have a schedule change because she made the softball team. And I was like, oh, I didn't know she made the team. And he was like, yeah, she seemed surprised when I told her. Because Malia told me she didn't look at the list. She was scared too. So, Sophie's doing good at school. Yeah, it's a good time. I brought back my Yamabudo palette of Roshizuku ink because I missed it. And these cute stickers are from that Boho Dreams sticker pack from Amazon. So cute. Oh yeah, that's when I was uploading my videos. Notable things that happened that day. I ordered Malia's Hoko dress from Shein. Enjoyed listening to Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga's new song, Die With A Smile. My husband doesn't like it. I like it. I like anything Bruno Mars does. I'm a huge fan. This was Malia's first football game, cheering in high school. It was not a home game. It was an away game. It was a long night, is all I can tell you. But she did good. She's a good little cheerleader. And she had my parents, my aunt, all showed up. Yes, I cleaned all weekend. Pretty much. I was tired. So tired that day because we didn't get home till close to midnight Friday. I slept in a little bit. And then it was like we had a lot of stuff to do. And then that Sunday, Dunkin' Donuts, baby. We got a Dunkin' in our little town. So I got me an iced caramel latte. I like Dunkin's coffee over Starbucks coffee. I know, blasphemy, right? And then this is when I started working on my Hobonichi wish list. And I'm going to order direct from Hobonichi this year. Super excited. And I will say I had some thoughts about like my experience with that because I have not successfully ordered from Hobonichi. And if you catch my Week's Flips video, which goes up before this video, at the end of that video, I give my thoughts on that. I'm not going to repeat it. This week was hard. I was like in this weird negative mindset and I wasn't loving it. So I decided to kind of like do like the small wins column where I was like looking for anything positive that happened that day just to get me out of that weird funk I was in. I hate when I go there and I was like, no, I don't need to go there. So I was doing the small wins and gratitude. This fox sticker is so cute. It's out of the Boho Dreams. And then as I was putting the sticker down, I was like, what does the fox say? Yeah, that. So I was doing good. Sophie had her first soccer practice and my husband's coaching. Continued with the small wins and gratitude. And then I started doing Lunchbox Jokes for Sophie. And I forgot to do one today, which makes me feel bad. But I'll make it up for her tomorrow. But this joke was, how do you get a squirrel to like you? Act like a nut. That's funny. She liked it. And then the next day, here's another one. What do frogs order at fast food restaurants? French fries. Ha ha ha. So yeah, I was struggling, feeling anxious, overwhelmed, that type of thing. So again, I have those days, man. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I do. This was our first home game of the year. We lost. It was pretty bad, but it's cool. Malia's a good cheerleader. She had a good time. My parents were there. My brother he was able to make it. So that was good seeing him. He's been traveling a lot for work, so I haven't seen him a ton lately. And we lived like 10 minutes from the school, so it made it even better that the game ended at like 10, so we were home by like 10:15. And then I hit 290 on deadlifts. And then Saturday, Jesse had to work, so took the girls to get snow cones. I updated like my monthly planners, and I filmed that and got that up on YouTube. buffalo chicken sliders and pizza roll-ups for dinner. Our internet was out that day for like 3 hours. And then I was so excited about my Hobonichi order, but the server was busy and it didn't go through. It's nothing but problems. Ugh, sometimes it's just a huge pain in my ass. Yeah, I talked about it in that video. It was like the server wasn't working, and then like when it was working, then it was like my bank decided to update like that weekend. So my debit card was not working for a couple hours or days or whatever. It's frustrating, but whatever. So that was like the end of that. And then as far as my reading log goes, I'm at 149. My goal was 150. So hey now. Oh, Tiffany, how do you read so many books? I don't watch a ton of TV, and in my free time, I read. So before I go to bed at night, you know, if I have a minute of quiet, I usually have my Kindle with me, and I just pay for the Kindle Unlimited subscription and then just read the books that are included in that subscription. So it's been totally worth the money for me. I pay like $13 a month, and it's totally worth it. But anyway, yeah, guys, so that is my HON. I'm nervous about this making it till December. We're going to make it work, hopefully. I want this to be a completed book, but I already see like the spine is bending, and that's kind of making me nervous. So I definitely am going with a 2-book system next year because I'm looking at the ABEC. But because I don't see myself like not putting this much stuff in here next year. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, like, my birthday cards were shoved back here, and I will, you know, I'll tape them in or clip them in at some point. I just don't want to, like, bulk up the pages just yet. But, yeah, so anyway, so that is my HON flip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, friends.